What's up, guys? My name is EddieSpagheddie, and today we're going to be discussing which I think is better, Call of Duty or Halo. Now, I've been playing Call of Duty for a long time. I first started playing Call of Duty about 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 6, and I just couldn't stop playing it. It got so addictive. But one day I stopped playing it because I just thought it was so repetitive. It wasn't very fun. But I'm starting to get back into it. I'm not going to be as addictive to it. And I recently started playing Halo. Now, I always wanted to play Halo when I was little. I always went over to my friends' places and I would play with them, but I never could afford an Xbox. Now, I recently got an Xbox One about a year ago, and I bought the Master Chief Collection along with Halo Reach, ODST, and Halo 5. So I played through all the campaigns of all those games, and I have to say it was really good. Now I love Halo a lot more than I did Call of Duty, and I thought, hey, what about this? Not I've never seen someone do a discussion video on whether Call of Duty or Halo is better. I've never seen that before. Whenever I look it up, I always see parodies and raps and all that, but I've never seen an actual discussion. So I thought I'd make this video. So let's get into it. First off, let's talk about the story. Now, I've played almost every Call of Duty except the new ones like Black Ops 3 and the new ones coming out this year. I played all of them from World at War to Advanced Warfare, I think. So let's talk about the story. Call of Duty has like all different stories. They're all in their own universes. Like you've got the Modern Warfare games, the Black Ops, etc., etc. And they're not as good as the Halo story, because the Halo story, it's all in its own universe. And what's good about that is you get tons of lore and a big story. You can just continue making new stories on the same character, Master Chief, which is really cool, and we get to learn more about this one character. While with Call of Duty, you have there's so many games. They have I don't know, 13, 14 now, main titles, and they all have this one character, but because they haven't got sequels that are part of the same universe, they never get to like add to that character. So that's where I think they get wrong with the story. But again, it's still pretty good just with the story. Like the Modern Warfare franchise is just spectacular with the story. The original Black Ops I thought was good, but every other installment besides the Modern Warfare, the World at War, and the original Black Ops, I think is really bad, and they need to improve on that. But with Halo, it's every game is really good with the story. Even I thought that Halo 5 had a good story. Besides the little things they got wrong, like Cortana and all that. But besides that, I thought every Halo has a really good story, especially ODST and Halo 4. I love those stories, so emotional, and also very fun. I thought Halo 2 was really fun as well, had a good story. So yeah, that's what I think about story. Now death scenes. Call of Duty is full of death scenes, literally. But the best ones I think were Ghost's death and Soap's death from Modern Warfare 2 and 3. They were good. They were really... I thought Ghost wasn't too emotional because we didn't get to really know him like we did with Soap. So I think Soap's death was the best for Call of Duty. Now let's talk about Halo. Halo hasn't got as many deaths, but it does do them really well. Especially Cortana's death. Sorry if that's a spoiler to you if you haven't played Halo 4, but it's really emotional. Probably the best of Call of Duty of Halo. All Halo Reach's ending was pretty sad as well. You have to kill as many. You go down fighting. you try killing as many Covenant forces units as you can before you die, and I think that was really good. But the best of Halo is obviously Cortana's death. It just makes you think of Master Chief as being this big, tough, badass dude who saved the universe like 10, 15 times. And then when Cortana dies, he just gets so emotional. You can hear him crying underneath his helmet. It's really good. Now I'd like to talk about multiplayer. Now, Halo's been around a lot longer than Call of Duty, so it's had a lot more experience than Call of Duty has with its multiplayer. When Halo Combat Evolved first came out, we didn't have as many shooters back then, and everyone was like excited to play multiplayer on it, and it's really good. It might be very simple, but that's good for like younger people, like kids and all. And with Call of Duty, it's a lot more serious and fast paced. But with Halo, it's very simple mechanics, very, you know, it's good. Level design is incredibly better than Call of Duty, in my opinion. For me, I think Call of Duty, it has a couple good maps with good level design, like Nuketown. I think one's called Hijack from Modern Warfare. There's one of Black Ops 2. There's Raid. There's that Terminal map from Modern Warfare. I think those are some of the best of Call of Duty. But with Halo, like almost every map has good level design. Some of my favorites are like Blood Gulch, Battle Creek, Valhalla, etc., etc. These are really good maps. Now let's talk about which game was more revolutionary for the first-person shooter genre. Now you're probably thinking, "Oh, this is obvious. It's obviously Halo." And I agree. Halo Combat Evolved, the first Halo, came out in 2001 for the Xbox and PC. Now, when this came out, it added so much to first-person shooters, like a radar system. It made it so that you could only carry 2 weapons at a time. It added split screen. It added uh, vehicles that you could drive in multiplayer maps and also in campaign, with big level design, like huge maps that you could play on. And when Halo 2 came out, it basically created online multiplayer. It was a great time for online multiplayer. It was basically the birth of online multiplayer, where you could play, where Xbox Live had just been created for the original Xbox. And Call of Duty revolutionized first-person shooter genre by adding custom loadouts and quickscoping. I don't really know. Besides that, so when you think of Halo, you think Halo's kind of has had a legacy. You know, when you think of first-person shooters, you think of Halo and how much it has um, added or helped with the first-person shooter genre. Having a character like Master Chief helps as well, adding to the legacy thing. Now, for extra game modes that are also pretty big, um, let's talk about Halo. Halo has, I think, let's say Forge and Warzone and Firefight. Forge, Warzone, and Firefight. Now, these three things are very different from each other. Forge, you get to build your own maps, which I think is pretty sick. Warzone is an open, like, huge, massive open area where you fight against other players using vehicles and etc. etc. Or you can fight like enemy, like Covenant forces and Prometheans, which is I think is better. And Firefight we got in Halo 3 and Reach, I think. And what that does is it allows you to fight off waves, multiple waves of Covenant forces as long as you can, similar to Call of Duty's Zombies game mode. Oh, and we also have Spartan Ops, which was in Halo 4, which is just a mini campaign where you just complete objectives and crap. It's not very good. So, now what extra game modes that Call of Duty has are zombies, which is really good. Now the Modern Warfare games, they also had something similar to Spartan Ops, zombies as long as you can using weapons. It wasn't like a full campaign. It was just like where you completed objectives and stuff. It's not, and you had to survive for a limited time or something, which I think was alright, but I didn't really enjoy it as much as the zombies. Now, which I think is better, Halo extra game modes or Call of Duty extra game modes? I really don't know. I like both. I love forging and I love zombies. So I'm just hoping that they add firefight to Halo 5 or Halo 6, and they add uh, and bots to Halo 5 or 6, so that we can play with friends against multiple enemies and stuff, as well as split screen, which I think was a real bummer in Halo 5 how they got rid of that for just as for to lock 60 frames per second throughout the entire game. Now, in terms of quality, I think the Halo franchise, they take a lot more seriously, or like they're very respective of the series, and they try their best, like really try their best. While with later Call of Duties, they're really bad with story and everything. The only good parts of the newer ones are the zombies, which I think is the only reason why they get Call of Duty nowadays, because Modern Warfare's gone. We haven't got that awesome story anymore that we had in the original days, back in the old days. So yeah, Halo is still really good with quality. I think it's a lot better. Graphics, Halo. I think Halo 5 had really good graphics. Black Ops 3 had very good graphics as well. I can't choose between them when it comes to graphics, but most of the time Halo's been on top because we've always had with Call of Duty the same graphics, the same engine as the Modern Warfare games up until I think it was Black Ops 3 PS3 edition. Until they got a new engine for the PS4 and Xbox One versions of Black Ops 3. That was when the graphics actually went up to modern graphics. Now, in number of games, I think Call of Duty has had more maybe, but again, they get these games out every year, which isn't very good. They haven't got much time to work on it. As Halo, they bring games out every couple of years. So those are my thoughts on Call of Duty and Halo. I'm not gonna say which one I think's better because they're both really good games. I don't want to make any disagreements or arguments. So that's what I think. Comment, like, subscribe. I'm EddieSpagheddie. Thanks for watching.